Is the Prime Minister of Australia a liar, and should he be sacked? There's a huge kerfuffle around Fire the Liar, Pauline Hanson's pledge to remove Anthony Albanese from the Prime Ministership, come hell or high water, took a turn for the worse for the Prime Minister because she has legitimately raised more than $2 million to advertise and is prosecuting this activity with gusto. It's very interesting, isn't it? Honesty is the best policy. That's what we're taught at school. It's an old adage that rings true in many different situations. If I get a job and I lie about what my capabilities are, I'll be found out pretty quick and booted off the premises. If you lie about, I've been a butcher, and you don't know the first thing about being a butcher, it'll be pretty obvious within the first 10 minutes. It's a real shame that Australia is so divided that it's bubbled up to the highest levels, the highest office in the country. I find it really interesting that a politician, any politician, is being held to a standard where they must tell the truth. Because we all know real estate agents, used car salesmen and politicians, they're either flexible with the truth or don't give a shit about telling the truth whatsoever. So I find it really interesting that the relationship of the Australian people, some Australian people, 31% of the Australian people, have taken upon their relationship with the Prime Minister, because we don't have a relationship with the Prime Minister. He's a figurehead of a government that employs, 300,000 people federally and state and local and so on. Why is the Prime Minister being held to a standard of decency and normalcy? Why is he being held to that standard when we know they're all politicians, we know they're all snake oil salesmen, and we know that they're not going to tell the truth? They'll be either flexible with the truth, non-transparent with the truth, completely avoid the question. If you've ever watched any of the Senate Estimates Committees and Senator James Paterson trying to get an ounce of factual information out of the Labor government, Penny Wong in particular, it ain't happening. They just don't want to say anything, right? They want to prosecute their super progressive policy that helps 10% of the population while the 90% of the population pays for it. The key reason the Prime Minister is being held to this standard is because he has lied and he's been caught to lie in public, which I guess means he's failed as a politician. So that's why we're holding him to that standard, because he got caught, not because we expect politicians to tell the truth.